When was the last time she'd ever been above ground? 10 years and she's never left these tunnels. And she's not leaving with you, no matter who you... That's Agnes. Where did you get that?
She left it on the platform here yesterday. You know it's hers. Made for her.
You what?
Are you going to let me explain why I'm here? Or are you going to assume I'm with that man?
What man?
That man who left my mother out on the streets.
Your mother?
Yeah, do I have to prove it to you? Take a look.
That's Agatha.
And that's you. You're young. How old?
I was 12. It was our last Christmas together. 10 years ago.
Hold on. If Agatha is your mother, then where the hell have you been for 10 years? And why show up now?
I was told she was dead. Died in an accident. Car accident. Made sense at the time. I was in the accident. In the back seat. They released me from the hospital. They told me she was dead. It wasn't until a couple of months ago I knew the truth.
Then how did she end up here? Who left her on the street?
My father.
Father? Why?
He was ashamed of her. What she'd become. He was a politician. He couldn't have that kind of scandal around. Tried to lock her up at first. It didn't work. The press had a field they called him cruel, unloving, all of which were true. Guess he thought having a wife with brain damage was a liability. Took care of her. Told everyone she was dead.
And no one ever found out.
Father had connections. He's good at hiding his tracks.
If he was willing to dump her out on the street, why didn't he just kill her?
I've asked myself that question many times, and I don't know. I don't claim to understand his twisted thought process, but I think, and I hope, that somewhere he felt sympathy for her. She couldn't hurt him any more than she could remember. She only hurt his image. That's why he deserted her.
If you thought she was dead all these years, then how did you know to come here and find her?
My father told me. On his deathbed, he said he deeply regretted his actions. An investigation led me here.
Did you believe him?
That he regretted it? I do. But his regret can't change what happened, what he did.
How terrible.
Terrible. Yeah. But maybe not the worst thing that could happen.
What do you mean?
This is just an idea I have, but I think here in the subway it changed Agatha. She was free for the first time. Free? Can't you imagine what life must have been for her back then? Never being able to remember what she was supposed to remember. Everyone examining her, running tests, locking her up in crazy wards. Those things can make you worse than crazy. At least here, no one's trying to fix her, make her sane. People come and go, most of them just ignoring her. So she's free to do what she wants. No restraints.
Really? Is she happy?
Happy. She's got no place to sleep at the floor, and she only eats when we can beg enough money off of people, but she's got a purpose, helping strangers, and she's free to follow it, which makes her happier than she ever would have been in a hospital.
I'd like to see her again, for myself.
You don't believe me?
No, I do. I'd like to see her again, just so I know she's alive and well.
No way, you can't.
Manny, he hasn't seen his mother in 10 years. He thought she was dead. Show a little sympathy.
As long as you were sending the cops after Agatha, she's staying out of sight. The cops around here, they do almost anything to get their hands on her. To them, she's like a big fish they haven't caught yet.
Fair enough. I'll call off the police. I'll make some excuse up, I suppose.
Good. I just hope you can convince them. Now that they've got her sent, they won't be too easy to call off.
I'll try my best. So when can I see her?
Not for another couple of days, at least.
Why not?
Well,
Where is she exactly?
see, that's the thing.
You don't know where she is, do you?
Not her exact location, no. I told her to let low for a few days. She'll be back soon.
Soon? When is soon?
Not for another couple of days, at the most.
You've waited 10 years to see her. It's a few more days.
It's a few more days. It's forever. That's what it is.
Sorry.
She's still in the subway system, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
Then we could find her. Today. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, the subways down here are endless. Not to mention all of the unused tunnels. We'd be searching for days.
It's worth a try. Come with me. It'll be an adventure.
I don't know. I mean, I'm already late for work, and I really shouldn't.
Please, I'm not familiar with the city or its subway. I need a guide.
All right. You know, when I was little, I used to daydream about riding the subway train to the very end of the line and never getting off. But I was silly back then.
No, you weren't. You weren't silly at all.
You're right. Now that I think of it, why have I never done it before?
You're both crazy. But I like your attitude. I think Agatha would approve. I'll stay here and watch for the cops.
Thank you.
It's this way. It's a good thing I'm coming with you. Come to think of it, Agatha may not recognize you, but she'll remember me.
Never thought I'd see the day I'd be a stranger to my own mother.
It happens more often than you might think.
I don't see her at this station. Do you?
What? No, I don't. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's all right. That man didn't seem to think Agatha was hide so close by anyways.
No, that wouldn't be likely. I'll keep a better lookout from now on, I promise.
No worries. So, how did you meet my mother?
Meet her? I'm not sure. I guess I just knew who she was from taking the train from the same station every day. She was just some homeless lady who was always there. I heard people call her an angel. I wasn't quite sure what they meant, but I think I get it now.
She calls herself an angel?
Yeah, I used to think that it was just a delusion that she had or a nickname that people gave her, but now I'm not so sure.
Do you believe in that sort of thing?
No, not usually. I'm not religious or crazy or anything. But if anyone were an angel, Agatha would be one. She is like a guardian angel. She watches over people like me. It's almost like she can read my own thoughts. She said she watched me, but I don't know how she could have possibly known the things that she did from just watching. She told me things about myself that I had never even realized. Was she like that before the accident?
I guess you could say so. My mother could see things others couldn't.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
Did you get along with her?
Get along? Yeah, no. We got along.
I'm sure she'll be at the next stop. She has to be.
That man, Manny, he said she might be at one of these 4 stops. Might be, but she could be anywhere, really.
We'll find her soon.
I hope so.
And no matter what, you'll see her in a couple of days at the most.
I know. I wanted to see her today. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up.
At least you know she's alive now.
Do I? Who knows what might have happened to her?
Stop being so morbid. She survived being illness for the past 10 years. I'm sure she's fine.
Stop being morbid. I thought she was dead for those 10 years. How can I not be morbid?
I just meant that you should feel lucky. More than lucky, blessed. You get a second chance to be with someone you love when you thought she was not forever. Do you realize how rare that is?
I know. You don't have to tell me. It's like a miracle or something.
If I were in your position, well, I would be a lot happier than you seem to be. And yet you're so gloomy, I don't understand why.
Well, maybe if you had a dead father who threw your mother out on the streets and then told you she was dead, you would understand. And if now, after all this time, you finally get to reunite with her, and she wouldn't even recognize you, that would be a bit of a hollow reunion, wouldn't it?
You have a point. But if I were you, I would just be glad to know that my mother was alive and well, no matter if she remembered me or not.
Thanks, but you're not me. You don't know what I've been through, so skip the lecture. Please.
I'm sorry, I guess it just hit too close to home.
What did you say?
Nothing?
No, you just said, I guess it hit too close to home. Why did you say that?
No reason.
Olivia, I just admitted the entire history of my dysfunctional family to you. Now, you don't have to tell me anything about yourself in return, but I can tell something's wrong. And I'm willing to listen, so please, tell me, what is it?
It's not... Well, no, it's not nothing. I just will never get a second chance. You're so lucky.
A second chance to see whom?
My mother. She died when I was 16. I was with her in the hospital when it happened. So, I know for certain there's no getting her back.
This is it.
What?
Our stop.